Welcome. My name is Krystle, and you actually press play to my podcast. And I get to introduce you to my amazing friends. We get to share funny stories of how we met, and we get a little deep. So, no further introduction. This is Krystle Breaks Easy. It's just to sync up everything. You're listening to Krystle Breaks Easy. I'm your host, Krystle, and today we have someone I've known for over 10 years.
Yep.
Over 10 years. This is our first time seeing each other in 11 years. 2010 was the last time I saw you.
Summer 2010 would be the last time we saw each other, yeah.
That is crazy.
It makes me feel old. I want to talk about that.
So, I didn't introduce him yet because he didn't send his bio for what he wanted me to address him as.
I wanted to be surprised. Go with the flow.
So, he has always been somebody that I can call on if I needed anything. He's going to keep it a buck with me.
It's my always. Gift and curse.
No, I love it because of you, because of that. He is a fashionista. Men's fashion. He, from the first time I met him, yes. The one and only Kwabena.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here. A little nervous, but hey, let's go.
Nervous. It's just a conversation.
Okay.
Let's
go. Let's do it.
So, I want to know how we first met. From your point of view. And then I'll tell you mine.
Okay. So, the way that we first met was I interviewed to intern at... Are we saying names?
You're saying names.
Okay, I interviewed to be an intern at Trey Anthony Productions.
Yes.
And I came in for the interview, and it was you, Trey, and I want to say, can't remember the girl's name.
Krista, the white girl.
Krista, and then there was she makes the candles now. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
Rachel.
Before y'all were in the studio space.
Yep.
And I came in for the interview, and as I'm opening the door, this little yippy dog runs out of nowhere.
Yep.
It starts jumping in the air at me. And I'm standing there and I'm just like, so no one... And Krystle's like, hey, she rang the dog in. And I'm like, okay, I like this one. She caught that. All y'all just gonna let the dog come in and just bite me up for no reason.
Can we just quickly talk about I was allergic to that dog? Okay, yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
Ooh, we'll get into that.
Yeah.
We will get into all of that.
We have to.
But yeah, so that for me, that was my first visual seeing you. And then when we sat down and did the interview, I was like, okay, everybody kind of gave vanilla, this is what's going on. And then you were the only one who was like, no, this is a lot of work. We're going to need you for this. We're going to need you for this. We're going to need you for this. You were the only one who was the straight shooter. Everybody else trying to sell me on things.
Yeah, because I've been there. No one told me what I was getting into.
It was they're trying to sell me on things. And they're like, oh, it's going to be fun. You're going to have so much opportunity. Meet so many people. And you're like, nah, there's a lot of work. Get ready for a serious grind.
I remember asking you, do you have a Metro Pass?
Yeah, that was your first question to me. That was your first question to me. And I was like, no, but I will make it work. I will find a way to make it work. And that was for me, that was my first introduction to you. And I'm like, I walked away and I'm like, me and her are gonna vibe. We're gonna vibe. Yeah, for sure.
We got a lot of trouble vibing together. So, same thing. I seen you come in dressed clean. We had a bunch of interviews that day. We had, I think, 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. And then when you came in, I'm like, you looked the part.
Yep.
You're exactly what we wanted. From paper, I was like, yeah, this is no brainer. First of all, can we just talk about everyone struggled to say your name for a good 20 minutes? I'm like, how about we ask him, how does he say his name? Instead of being rude.
I think you were the one who...
That's the one, I'm so sorry, but can you pronounce your name for me?
Yeah, because I sat down and then everyone was like, hi, and then you were like, sorry, can you just give it to us one time? Because they think it's Kwabena and I think it's Kwabena. And I'm like, no, it's Kwabena. And she was like, you stopped and you're like, I was right. Yeah, because you know when you know something, but everyone's trying to no, it's not that. Exactly.
Because, I'm always like, no, that's not, don't... Listen, even my name is spelled Krystle. I get Krystle. I'm like, where are these extra letters?
Where
it's
are you seeing the accents and stuff?
I'm like, there's nothing extra to it. But that was a great interview. I was like, he's hired.
Yeah.
And then that's why I made sure to let you know, like, yo, it's not like, it's not like you have to go get laundry. You got to go pick up shit.
I did the interview with you guys at like, I want to say 12 or 1.
Yeah.
By the time I got home at 4, you had left me a voice when you were like, hey, you're hired. We will see you on Monday.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it, guy. That's how we first met.
Yes.
That was a summer to remember.
Yes, it was.
I have so many funny and best moments with this person, but I want to know what our moments that they think are special to them. Let's listen.
My best moment with you is, that day you said you're gonna burn the shit down. Yeah. That was because I haven't seen that come out of you.
No.
So it was like, it was scary, but it was funny.
Yeah.
Like, that was like, it was scary but funny. Because it's like, yo, this guy's like joking. No, he's really serious.
And the whole, like, at this point, like, Krystle's known me for like 3 months. And it's like, she's like, you're so, like, you don't get, like, I'm like, no. Like, you just work through it and you move. And then that day, after like hour 6, I'm like, I'm going to burn this bitch down. I'm going to burn this bitch out. I'm not a violent person. I'd never raise hands. I was going to fight people in my mind. I was like, yo, you're dead to me. I hate you. I want to blow this building up. And then it wasn't until like 2 days later, I'm like, okay, I'm back to normal. I'm good.
You're good.
I'm good.
You just need to.
Back then, I drank. So like, I went home, I had a nice bottle of liquor. And I really contemplated, I'm like, is it worth it? But then I'm like, you know what? I can't just leave you.
No.
Because I knew if I left and I was like, fuck it, I'm done with this. If I'll see you and Stephanie.
Not Stephanie.
Well,
Trey didn't like Steph.
Yeah, that was a whole other thing.
Because Steph would tell her, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because what Trey would also do, she would like, Monday meetings. If I was already working on contacts to get for the play, oh no, Kwabena, you're doing contacts. No, pause. Everyone still do the job they were doing last week if you didn't finish.
Why are you remixing it all of a sudden?
We're not changing that. So we'll all say, yeah, okay. As soon as you walk, Krystle, what do we do? Go back to do what you're supposed to do. Keep working on that.
What were the new things that you talked about today? Okay, we'll divide that up.
I'll take care of that. You guys just do what you're supposed to do. Jesus. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your rant on the Trey Anthony segment. And I really didn't want to call names, but that was a part of our lives that, hey, that's how we met. Yeah. We met through Trey Anthony.
That's how we met, and that's how we bonded.
Yeah.
We bonded. We didn't even become friends. We became family that summer.
Do you remember we had the same phone? The exact same phone. Yep. But my battery kept on dying. Yep. He would take out his battery and give it to me so I can keep answering Trey calls.
Exactly.
Until I had to go to like the source to go buy a brand new battery.
And even then, it was like, I made sure I'm working from this to this. Do not call me unless my apartment is on fire or somebody's in the hospital. And we kept my battery as like a backup battery. Yes. So I could charge you. It was...
How do you call real friendship? The real friendship.
Yeah. We skipped best friends. By the end of that, we were family. We were bonded.
Yeah. I met your sister.
Yep.
And then we went. I remember venting to your sister. She's like, "So do I need to come up there?" I'm like, "No, we're good. Like, we just need to vent right now."
By the end of it, before we started doing like theater production stuff and everything, while we were still in the office, it was like by the end of August, my mom was packing 2 lunches. Yeah. To make sure we both ate.
Yes, that's true. And then I did the same thing. Yeah. I did the same thing. So, I'm like, yo, what are you cooking? My mom cooked this tonight. Do you want this? Yeah. I'm like, do you want a white rice or rice and peas? Because I don't eat rice and peas. Like, Krystle want rice. Yep. I want rice and peas with extra gravy. Yep. Got you. And then she would get mad. Because it was just us two having that little... we will go warm up the containers together.
I'm like, why do you think you're entitled to food? Like, I don't understand your thought process, lady. Why do you think you get food?
Because before, it was always just me bringing food and then I would share. Yeah. Or I'll give her. I remember Easter we're doing... I think we're doing production for something with Mark. But Easter Sunday, I brought bun and cheese. Yep. I bought snapper. I brought sprats and a tray of dumpling. A tray of dumpling.
Sounds so good right now.
Tell me your favorite slow jams.
Okay, my top song. I mix between slow jams and mid tempos. That's kind of the lane I like to stay in. My top song, just because I feel like it's like for me it's like a church anthem at this point. Okay. Black Men United, You Will Know. Ooh. Jason's lyric soundtrack.
Yes.
Favorite song, hands down. You had Tevin Campbell on it. You had friggin' Aaron. Yes, Aaron. And just the lyrics, like you could be having the shittiest day, You listen to that and it gets you going, gets you motivated all over again.
Aaron Hall, Brian McKnight, yes.
I think that was one of D'Angelo's first like writing credits as
I love
an artist,
that song.
right?
Now that you think of it, I hear all the riffs now in my head.
With music, that for me that was like a golden moment in music. So that's my top hands down song.
Okay.
Second, strong second, Janet Jackson and Q-Tip, Got Till It's Gone.
Oh.
Got Till It's Gone. Because for me, I've never, and this is not to be braggish or like boast myself, but I've never been the dumpy in a relationship. Okay. I've always been the dumper, and I'm a logical person. So when I'm doing it from like, it's not going anywhere. We're fooling ourselves with certain things. And I've always had exes, I run into them, or they'll call me, or they'll reach out to me. And then it's like, you know, they didn't appreciate me in that moment. or me pulling the plug in it, but it's like you didn't know until now, and like you're seeing it full circle. So that one holds like a sweet spot for me. And then
you want to just like right over that you're the dumper. So we're gonna get back to that. Keep going. You guys heard that he's the dumper. So I want to hear more about that.
I did preface it by saying I'm not saying it to be braggish or anything like that.
But you said it, and you said it very confidently.
I've never been the dumpy. I've never in my years of dating, I've never been the dumpy. So yeah.
Must be nice.
Another one, Day 26, Co-Star.
Ooh, I haven't heard that in a while.
Listen to that song. For me, it's the
it was Willie for me. Sorry, that was on light skin face. Willie with no braids though. I don't like Willie with braids.
For me, listen to that record. It's the perfect moment of like you're in a relationship, you're new, you're happy, you guys have finally found that sweet spot, and it's like tonight's the night. It's happening. You know what I mean? And it's like from the guy's perspective, like you run the show. I'm your co-star. What are we doing tonight? Kind of thing. Love that record. Another good one.
Guys, it's a top 3, but it's okay. Keep going.
No, she gave me 5. I heard 5. Thank you. I heard 5. Another good one, just because it like strong vocals, beautiful writing. Alicia Keys and Christina Aguilera, Impossible.
Okay, that one's a good one.
That's a record. Listen to that one, and it's like, I like you. You like me, but you, for whatever reason, you have your guard up, you're in your feelings or whatever. And you're making it impossible to find the love in you right now.
Yes.
That's that record. It's like, how the fuck can I work with this if you're not giving me like a fair trade and even balance? That's a record, like, that's a good one. And my last one, my last one.
Yes.
John Bellion. He is more of an indie artist. You know him, right? Ungrateful Eyes. I love that record. And that record is almost in the vein of Black Men United, You Will Know. He opens the record like very simple. It's like people think about things that they don't really like care about. It's like he opens the record, he's like, I made $100,000 this year. Clap, 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 so what? Like, you know what I mean? Like just opening off of that, it hits you differently, right? So those are my top 5. Those are my reasons for it. Check them out. You will not be disappointed. And they can all sing. It's not no SoundCloud singers. These people have vocals. They have talent and range.
We're right here. Why are you getting loud?
Krystle.
We're right here.
Krystle, you know me.
I'm right here, though.
I have 3 iPods full of music.
Guy, do you forget, like, you had to remember my little pink one? You gave me the tray. I gave it to you to give me music.
The joke with that is that she gave me her iPod and she like loaded with everything you have.
Yes.
And then 2 years later, she was like, I haven't updated my iPod, so whenever you have time, can we get back to like updating my music? Because I'm not trying to lose any of this.
Yes. I swear, I still have... So not this car. My old car would only play... it wouldn't play my new phone because it had the really weird connector. So it'd only play the iPod. Yeah. And I would listen to it for like ever. And it still had like, because you gave me the Trey Songz album.
It was Mario.
You gave me everything. Yep. And that was like my playlist walking downtown. That was my playlist to walk downtown. Yep.
It's time to get deep. Let's get real deep. What's your breaking point?
Okay. For me, my most vulnerable time was turning 36 in April, so about 4 years ago.
Okay.
4 years ago, as we said earlier, I have sickle cell anemia, full-blown sickle cell. 4 years ago, I had to have a shoulder replacement because with the sickle cell, when it builds up in certain joints, you can develop this thing called necrosis, which is the death of the tissue in the bone.
Yes.
And it happened actually in both of my shoulders and in my right hip.
Ooh.
But the level that it's at in my hip, I do not have to have surgery yet. Like, maybe like down the line, I probably have to, right? This shoulder, I'm probably going to have to do a surgery within like the next 5 years because it's increasing. But I did it on this side. Like you can see the scar here, right? I had the surgery a week after my 32nd birthday. Ooh. Remember, I was going to be at Alley Cats, and you wanted to come, but I'm like, don't stress yourself if you can't make it, because I think at that time you had just had Carter. Yeah. Like 4 years ago, right? So I was like, if you can't make it, no worries, we'll catch up. And you knew I was having the surgery, and I'm like, you know what? You just had the baby. Focus on the baby.
Yes,
we will talk on the phone,
right? I wanted to come outside.
Because I was like, where are you going? You just had a baby. Sit out somewhere, right?
Listen, anybody that knows when you have a child and you breastfeed and you see your friends cutting cake, eating at restaurants, you don't want this little person on you no more. You need to breathe because all you do is shirt up, shirt down, shirt up. Shirt down. Exactly. Oh, switch sides. Shirt up. Shirt down. Burp, poop, change, bathe, back again.
Repeat. Yeah.
That's all you do. Especially and I wasn't a new mom, so it's like I'm ready to leave. Like I can pump and go. Like we're good. I was ready to leave the house.
But yeah, so.
But you know when someone's like telling you, no, don't worry about it if you can't. Like, oh, so you don't want me to come? Okay, cool. No. You don't want to come? You don't want me to come? Okay.
You know I wanted you there because.
You didn't want me there. You didn't want me. He didn't really
you know I wanted you there
there
because everybody knows I am somebody. I don't mess around with the word friends.
Yes.
I don't just give that title to anybody.
I've learned hard way.
And
too friendly.
Everybody in my friend circle, we've had like deep relationships for over 10 years.
Yes.
Right? So for me, I can count like my nearest and dearest on one hand. That says a lot about me. I don't, because I feel like friendship is energy, and it's like, I already come with like.
This is our first time seeing each other in 11 years.
Exactly. I already come with the energy of.
But it's like we never missed a beat.
No, we never. We could go 2 years without talking, and it's literally like the day just like we didn't talk a day ago.
I only have a few friends. You, another person that you guys are gonna meet soon. But yeah, like only like a few of you guys. Like life happens. Yeah. We understand that, but you'll still like, hey, happy birthday. I love you.
Exactly.
Like Merry Christmas.
But yeah, so
you still check in. You still check in.
So I had the birthday party, and I again had my core group down there. Mm-hmm. Well, -1, but I had my cores down there, and all of them knew that I was having the surgery the following week. And the following week, I did the surgery, and you called to check on me. Dave called to check on me. At the time, we were close. Renew called to check on me, and two of the people in that circle, crickets. I didn't hear nothing from them.
I always find with surgery, like, you never know what can happen.
And I'm not, and it wasn't like I'm expecting people to come to the hospital with balloons and stuff, but
no, I asked you, can I come? You're like, no, I'm going home tomorrow. I was like, why can't I leave my house? I just want to leave my house. That's all I want to do is leave my house and go check out a friend.
Because the day I had the surgery, it was like 8:00 in the morning. I'm leaving home at 6:37. She's calling me. You okay? You ready for? I'm like, go back to bed. Go raise the baby. Shut up. I'll call you when it's done. Right? So
number 2 is always the good child. Just, you already got the routine. 1's the one you got to worry about.
So 2 of them didn't call, didn't reach out, did nothing. And I sat with that for a minute because I'm like, how do I want to proceed?
Yes.
Because I'm not the type of person that's like, I've invested in you. I'm not just going to throw you away, but.
No, I'm quick to throw you away, guy. Fuck the time. No, I'm serious.
But I'm acknowledging that, okay, it's not like you didn't know about this or you heard it through a third party. You knew what was going on. Mm-hmm. You wished me all the best at my birthday. You told me you were going to do this and do that. And I just said, let me, give me a call. That's all I'm asking for. Didn't get those calls. Fine. One of them, his mom called. His mom called, reached out, all this stuff. And I appreciated it. The other one is actually like a cousin. He's a play cousin to me, right? Yeah. Known this kid since I was 5. Grew up together. Mm-hmm. Didn't reach out. Fine. The following week after surgery, my grandmother dies.
Oh.
Again, you wished me well.
Yeah.
Dave reached out to me. Renew reached out to me. The other 2 didn't.
Kids.
So now it's in my mind. I'm like, okay, so are we not? It's like, did I build it up to something that it wasn't, not, right?
Yep.
So I'm sitting with this, I'm sitting with this. And then I find out, well, one of them, he feels a way because for me, when I say we're friends, I should be able to tell you the hard truth. If you call me and tell me something.
Can we just pause and talk about this? Listen, if we are your friends, okay? No, we're going to look right here. No worries. We're going to look right here, okay?
Okay.
If we are your friends and you call us your friends and we tell you, hey, my girl, fix up, and you want to take offense to it, then we shouldn't be friends. Because I want you to call me on my bullshit. If I can call you on your bullshit, you should be okay with it.
Exactly.
Maybe I should have said it a little nicer, but you already know me. My mouth's not good. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. And I want you to tell me exactly how it is too.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to go both ways.
Exactly, because that's what it should be.
It should. I shouldn't have to tiptoe to tell you about anything. And first of all, I ain't going to tell you about your man because we already know how that goes. You're going to say, Krystle told me. No, don't come over here. Because Krystle
all that
saw
energy
something
over there.
Yeah. Don't listen. If you're getting bun, that's good for you. Like, that's not good for you that you're getting bun, but you understand what I mean. Like, I'm not going to go out there and tell you that you're getting bun so you can turn around and say, well, Krystle told me that she saw you. And no. When I tell you things, it's for you to just pay attention and watch for the little things. It's not for you to say my name. Okay? Please don't say my name.
So I find out one of them got back with his girlfriend, and he made the fatal mistake because I am somebody, I give cautions to everybody.
I know where this is going.
If you're like, what do you think of my girlfriend, or what do you think of so and so?
Yeah, don't ask him. Don't ask him.
We're friends. I should be able to tell you though.
I know, but as your friend, I know I'm never gonna ask you that question because I don't want to hear that. So, even though I've been married going on 10 years, I know I don't want to hear what he has to say about Sheridan. Even though he can't really say anything about him.
Say bad about him.
I know, but I still know him because if he's my friend and I vent to my friend, he already has his own. I know the good, the bad, all of it. Exactly. Yeah. So he's going to correct me. I don't want you to correct me. I just want you to listen. And that's what friends need to... Some of you guys need to say, hey, I just wanted to vent to you. I don't want to hear your actual opinion on things. Like, let us know.
Exactly. So for me, it's like preface. Hey, I just need to vent. Let me just get this off my chest and we can... Cool. You asked me what I thought of your girlfriend. And the situation that happened was that the girl had cheated on him with somebody that we knew.
Ooh.
And he was like, what do I do? So I'm like, are you venting or are you genuinely asking me? He's like, I'm genuinely asking you. You have great advice, blah, blah, blah. And I always preface it by saying, are you sure you want me to ask you? Because I'll hurt your feelings. And I don't mean to, but it's a precursor.
He'll hurt your feelings. He'll hurt your feelings.
But then you'll always come back and be like, you know what? I appreciated that advice because it helped me get whatever clarity I needed. Mm-hmm. You got back with her. And according to her, I'm trash. I don't respect your relationship. BBS. I don't have time for it. We'll get into that in a second. But so he got back with her and she was like, he's toxic. He's getting what he deserves now with his surgery.
Something that you're dying with.
Yeah. The bone has died.
So why didn't you call me? Because I would have draped her. You guys know me. I'm quick to drape people. Like, you're my pitney. I'll just drape you quick.
Back to the key point. She just had baby number 2.
Yeah.
Sit down somewhere.
I would drape her still. Baby or no baby.
So...
I would drape her.
So I'm like, okay, you're letting your girl talk about me in this kind of way. That's one thing. But then when I call you on why you didn't call me or reach out to me, and you bring this to me as your excuse, you're dead to me. You're dead to me. And I rarely cut people off. I always give people an opportunity to come back.
Yeah.
And usually I'm nice about it. I will do like an exit interview and everything. This is why I'm dumping you as a friend. We ran our... I'm genuine like that.
I know. I can just see it.
I will take...
Hey, do you want to go for lunch tomorrow?
Exactly.
Let's go for lunch.
I'll pay and everything.
I know.
We ran a great course. It was... I really appreciated you, but you're trash. You're a toss right now. I can't... you're still on some fuckboy shit. You're still on some dumb bitch shit. I can't rock with you right now.
Yep.
Hope all the best to you. Should you wish to reapply, hit me up. 5 years, we'll see what's going on.
Yes.
So for him, I'm like, okay, I cut that one. The one who was family.
Yeah.
He apparently, till this day, we still haven't spoken. I do not know what the cause for the breakdown was. He left the province and went somewhere and did his thing. Fine. People are asking me, have you talked to your friend? I haven't spoken to the boy since I had surgery. How would I know? Right? Recently, his father passed. Right? I'm thinking maybe that's a way for us, because, you know, the man helped raise me up.
Yes.
Nope. I went to the funeral. This man paid me dust. Me and David went to the funeral and everything, man.
And just like...
He was like, oh, hey, good to see you.
Wow.
We're there now. So I'm looking at it and I'm
Did you not leave the funeral right away, or did you get a plate of food before?
Oh, no, we cut early because I had to work the next day regardless. But I was just like, I don't feel bad about leaving. Really don't. But you stay on my Instagram stories. You're the first one to check my Instagram stories. You're the first one wishing me happy birthdays and all this stuff. And I'm just like...
You want to be an Instagram friend. That's okay. You can stay
I'm just
there.
like, I don't... And again... If that's what we're doing, let me know, because I don't know how to just take the cue and do that.
What? You know what's really good for those ones? What I do? I just mute them. I mute their page and their stories, so I'll never get caught slipping on their stuff.
Oh, no, I get petty. If I see that you posted a story, I watch it all 250 of my stories, and I'm leaving yours sitting there, and I'm not touching it.
Yeah, that's
I'm petty like that.
I put it on mute. I don't even look.
Oh, no. Because I will comment on everybody's shit under the sun, knowing good, like, they posted something about... There was a post about somebody in the family, and I was like, oh, I was all up with you. Congratulations. I heard about this boy said something to me. I paid him dust. I'm like, I can't with you. You're trash. It's a wrap. So him, I'm like, we're in a different space because we're family.
Yeah.
But for me, those are the things, because I'm like, I value friendship, and I value those close to me, and I treat everybody the way that I want to be treated. And and I don't ask anybody for anything. I will give you the shirt off my back.
Yes.
There's only one time of the year where I'm like, it's technically about me. I want good people around me, and that's my birthday.
Your birthday.
That's it.
Always.
Christmas, I will, whatever you need, I give myself here and there. New Year's Eve, whatever you need. My birthday is one time. I want to celebrate another year with good people. That's it.
Yes.
And because I'm like, the family one, I'm like, I've known you for like 32 years, and that's how you do me? With no explanation, like I did. And if I did something, let's talk about it. But we're not there. Fine.
Yep.
That cut. And then the one where I'm like, you're not even with this girl anymore. You're not even with this girl. As far as I know, the dude that she cheated on you with, she is now having a baby with him and left him. And now you're sitting there on your own, single. You can't come back to the friend circle because everybody's like, that was a trash move. I don't know who you fuck with now, but I'm like, really? Over pussy? That's what we're... Those were like a low point when I'm like, you know what? I'm in my 30s. Cut, move fresh. Those like that for me. That was like not two, but one of the lowest points for me.
Yeah, I'm quick to cut people. I don't care.
It's that time for Dirty Laundry, my favorite segment. Let's hear what my guests have to say by airing out their dirty laundry.
So, you already said, as we all remember, let's rewind that for a second. You said you are a dumper.
Yes.
So, don't start answering yet. Wait for the question.
I caught myself.
Wait for the question.
Okay.
As a dumper, first of all, why? Or what was it that you have to be the first one to dump? Like, why couldn't you just kind of see how it plays out? Why are you like, nah, this is not working. You're gone. Bye. Because I know it's pretty cutthroat like that with you. First of all, do you dump during a text?
Oh, God, no.
Okay. You actually call them or do you see them?
No, I'll take you out. Like,
that's even worse. So then you're going to have me like, oh,
No.
Why? Like, that's so mean.
I will.
First of all, you're going to feed me. You already know I love my belly. You're going to feed me and then tell me, yo, Krystle, it's not going to work.
Hold on.
What? Hold on. We just had a great meal? Like, appetizers already came out. Our main's here. I'm looking at the menu for dessert.
She's making me sound so bad right now.
Then you're going to be like, nah, Krystle. It's not working. So do I still get to order dessert, though? Like, and then are you driving me home? Or, like, how does this work?
Okay. So I'll use my most recent as our conversation.
We don't have to call her name, don't worry.
No, I won't call names. But, so I was dating this girl for 3 years.
Okay.
Right?
That's pretty long to dump somebody, eh?
That's why I'm gonna give you the courtesy to see you and like sit down with you. It's not like I take you to dinner. I'll do it in like a restaurant and it's like, thank you for coming. We ran out. I am not. I'm gut punch, but I'm not gonna gut punch you that way. I still respect you.
Okay.
But I was dating a girl for 3 years, and she was a girl
Jesus.
who all these aspirations. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do that. But it was also like she was wishy-washy, right? It was like for the most part, she was wishy-washy. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to this. I want that. Okay, what did you go to school for? She went to school for theater, right? So you have that kind of
background.
I want to do this one. Okay, cool. That's all you. She wanted to go to LA.
Yep.
And sow her oats and do all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was working. I'm not packing up to go to LA anytime soon. Like, you know what I mean? I had a good job. I'm doing my thing.
Yes.
But I because I believe in you and I always want the person to succeed. Okay, you want to go out to LA for this workshop? Go out. Like, we'll keep in touch. It's going to be maybe, I think it was 3 weeks. Cool. She went to the workshop. I'm on the phone. We're doing the long distance thing, trying to make it work. And till this day, I do not know what happened in LA. But it sounds like somebody told her you ain't shit. Right? So, like, I feel like somebody gave her that kind of
that you're not shit or she's not shit.
That she's not shit. Like, this isn't for you, boo. I don't care what you studied in. It's not you. Right? I think that's what happened.
Did you reinforce her that she was it, or you told her like, nah, B, you're not? I knew it.
I'm not as good. Hold on.
Listen. He told her.
I said pick a lane. Because
women don't even know what they want to eat. How you tell her pick a lane?
One day she's Beyonce. The next day she wants to be Halle Berry. The next day she wants to be Viola Davis on the stage. Pick a lane. What do you want to do? What is your passion? Okay? That's all I'm asking.
Of them are passion. She wants a little bit of both.
But you can't.
She wants to be a smoothie. Add a little strawberry. Add a little melon. Like, she wants to be a smoothie, guy. What's your problem?
You can't. No one can do it all. Nobody can do.
I can.
No one except her can do it all. And she when I first met her, she wanted to be a dancer. She wanted to be a singer. She wanted to be an actress.
Yes.
I'm like, baby, you can't dance.
You know what?
No, I'm being dead honest.
I need to leave.
She can't dance. It was like
she can't get your two-step, or like she really doesn't know choreography. No. Can she do a TikTok dance?
No. Let's be very clear, okay? If you look at black women in music, there are some girls who can dance their asses off, right? There are some girls who they might not be able to freestyle dance, but they can pick up a routine and sell it to you.
Yes.
And then there are some girls
just have 2 left feet.
Just 2 left feet, just 2-step, and that's all you got to do. You're not Sierra. Like, I'm telling her, I'm like, you're never gonna be on Sierra's level. You're damn sure not a Janet.
Woo.
You on a good day you could pull a Rihanna, and Rihanna's not a dancer. But I told you this. I told you this from jump. I'm like, I think you have an amazing singing voice, and I think you have very strong acting, right?
Yes.
I worked in music, so me telling you can sing, I know what I'm saying with that. The acting, okay, that's not my lane. I get that. I think you're convincing, so maybe that's something for you to explore.
Yeah.
But the dancing, I'm like, baby, it's not you. I know dancers. You are not a dancer. And I don't care how much work you put in, you will never get on that level. It's okay. It's okay.
So what lane did she pick?
She was going for the acting. And I think she was going for the acting and the singing because it's LA,
they do multi. You have to be multi.
I don't know what happened. She came back and her attitude was just
she was broken.
She was broken, right?
Yeah.
And me trying to be the good boyfriend, I'm like, what happened? Like, trying to engage her, maybe give constructive criticism where I can. And she was like, I don't need this right now. So then she starts to shut down, right? Your confidence is shaken. You're shutting down. You don't want to tell me what happened, but then you're telling other people like bits and pieces, and then it's like suddenly everything I do irks you in some way, right? I'm like, hey, I got tickets to this concert. He just made the decision that I want to go and see this concert. I don't even fucking like John Bellion. You introduced me to this man. What are you talking about? Okay,
so
fine.
Hold on. Why didn't you call me to come to the concert?
We're gonna let that go. But it was like stuff
Remember,
like that.
I'm a mother of 2. I needed some time alone. Okay,
so
cool.
She doesn't want to go to this concert. Okay, cool. Let's go to dinner. Where do you want to eat? I don't know. You pick. Okay, Harlem's still open. I don't want to go to Harlem. Too many the black theater scene or the black art scene is down there. I thought you were friends with some of these people, but I'm gonna throw that away. Oh, I heard about this free acting workshop at Harborfront or whatever. Did you want to check it out? I can send you the link. Someone sent it to me. Do you think I need that? So clearly somebody shit on your dreams in LA. And this has been going on for like 2 months. Now, my baseline for bullshit is very low. You know this. I can't.
That's what I said. Why you take her out, guys?
The fact that I gave you 2 months to figure out your shit and get over it, and you still weren't in it, and then I'm hearing from your girls, like, now your girls have attitude. Like, you don't support her. You don't do enough to this. No. I heard about the concert. What did you hear? She didn't want to go, son, right? So, for me, I'm like, this is not working. And rather than get to a point where we are chewing each other out on the street, cussing each other, before I get to the point where I'm calling you outside your name and it's not baby or sweetheart, let me exit. Right? Before it gets ugly. So, she took in like a workshop, and then I said I would meet her after the workshop, and it was like a few weeks before Labor Day. Met her downtown. We went to Starbucks. We got some drinks. I was talking to her about the workshop and all this stuff, and we were just walking along the Harborfront, and I'm like, let's be real. Let's have a real conversation. We sat down, and I'm like, this isn't working. I'm not sure what's going on with you.
I know she wasn't expecting that day.
Right? No, but I'm like...
Did she cry? You made her cry on Harborfront with the beautiful water and all the people walking holding hands?
It was a beautiful backdrop.
You know what?
It was a beautiful backdrop. It was picturesque.
I can't.
It was picturesque and beautiful. That's all I can say about that day. But I'm like, it's not working.
Hold on. Do you think she was acted? Or those are real emotions? Like, was it a good, like, girl, see, you got it in you. Look at these tears.
Well, let me tell you what happened, and then... this is how I knew she wasn't acting.
I know something slick's gonna come out of his mouth. Bet said.
I don't think I said anything slick. But I told her it's not working. I'm like, clearly something's going on with you. You're not happy right now. And we're not making each other happy right now. So why don't we take some space? That was initially what I said. Let's take some space and regroup. I don't want to take space. Okay, but...
What do you want?
What do you want? Because right now it isn't working. And I don't want it to build into something more. And she was like, well, what do you want to do? I'm like, I think we should take a minute, take a beat and all this stuff. She don't want to do that. I'm like, look, right now, I'm not happy. And the way my life is, I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not happy. And I don't want to be with somebody who's not making me happy.
Of course.
Right? So if you want to take some time to work on yourself and then we can revisit it, great. If not...
Yeah, whole therapy session, guy.
Right? I'm telling you.
With a backdrop and birds chirping.
I'm blunt and I'm to the point. But
did you see no tears? Oh, sorry. I'm excited for the story. I'm sorry.
I'm blunt and I'm to the point, but I'm coming at it from a rational brain. When you have sickle cell and you're often in the hospital, all you have is time to think about yourself, right? So I learned how to process things, and I'm learning how to like communicate it in a way where it's like, you're trash, I'm done with you. I'm not doing that to nobody. So she's like, no, I'm good, da-da-da-da. Like, it's in your head. I'm like, it's not in my head. It's really not in my head. Because I'm like, it shifted when you came back Canada Day weekend from that LA trip. And she was like, well, you just don't understand. I'm like, you're right. I don't understand because you don't want to tell me. Right? And so she's getting more hostile, more agitated. And so now it's like, because what I'm saying is all fact, you now want to try to cut me. Like, because it's almost like it's not my intention, but I'm gutting you with what I'm telling you. Right? And it's maybe not something you want to hear. That was your intentions, yeah. It wasn't.
Guy, you made a whole scene.
So then no, because honestly, it was a beautiful day. It was like 6 o'clock. The sun's getting ready to set. It's beautiful.
You gave her a sunset breakup. You know what? I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. Like, guy, you gave her a sunset breakup.
I was trying to be.
That's usually a proposal, not breakup.
I was trying to be. It was, first of all, the backdrop was not my intention. It just happened to be a beautiful day. So she's like, we're going back and forth, and now she's like, because what I'm saying is true and you don't want to hear it, it's affecting her a certain way. So now she's like, well, what about you? Look at the shit you're dealing with, okay? All your problems in the hospital, like, what are we doing?
Whoa,
right?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Bet you knew.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, now you're trying to gut me, right? Yeah. And then so-and-so cut you off and all this stuff. So it's like, you're shitting.
So I confided you. And now you're trying to throw it in my face because I'm telling you
the truth.
It's the truth.
So that's when she started doing that. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this with you. It's been great. I wish you nothing but the best. but I can't do this anymore.
And you picked up your drink and walked away?
No. And she's like, what
Sorry,
do you...
like, huh?
Let me tell the story.
I'm ready for the exit.
So I'm like, it's not working anymore. I can't do this. She's like, what can... I'm like, I don't think we should be together anymore.
Yes.
And she's like, that's how you're going to do me? I'm like, I'm not doing you any kind of way.
Yeah.
I was grown enough to have this conversation with you. I was willing to work it out, but I'm like, you're getting to an ugly space, and I don't want to do that with you, right?
Yes.
We put in too much time. I'm not doing that with you. And she was like, you know what? Fuck you and go. I don't curse when I'm dating somebody. I'm not gonna curse or call you out your name. So I'm like, I wish you nothing but the best, and I'm getting up to go. I'm walking, and she's like, when you say something and then the person does it, so you're kind of dumbfounded, and so she's just kind of watching me walk. And then literally, I see some of my friends getting off the bus by Harborfront. And so they're like, hey, I'm like, hey. And I don't know, in her mind, maybe she thought I had planned it.
Of course.
And she's like, nigga, really? You gonna do me like that and then leave with them dusty motherfuckers? So I turn around and it's like... It's like 5:30, so there's people coming off of work. People are on the patios and all this stuff. And then she's like, really, motherfucker? You're going to be that guy? Well, fuck you. And she throws the drink. But she had bad aim, so it didn't hit nobody. It just kind of fell on the floor. Yeah. And people are like, so it's like, when I broke up with her, there were a few people outside or like walking around, but it was like 5:30, so like people are off of work getting off. And so people are like, what is wrong with this girl, right? And so I'm standing there with my friends, and in my mind, I'm like, this is going to go one of two ways. Either I acknowledge her, and then people know that she's talking to me and calling me out my name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ma'am, are you okay?
I can't stand
And she loses her shit. And then my boy Rich is like, let's go now. So we left.
Yo, I can't even breathe. Hold on. Like, hold on. I'm sorry. Nadia, please record this from your phone. Please record just this. I'm gonna actually repeat that. This is a great. Just. So, you told her you're gonna walk away.
Yeah.
And what happened? Please, one more time. I'm trying to process it.
So, I wish her well. We have the breakup.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, if you want to go, then go. Mm-hmm. So I get up, wish her well, I'm walking away.
Yeah.
And because she was the one who let go, and I actually got up, she's dumbfounded. She's like, so I'm walking, and I notice some friends coming in my direction. Mm-hmm. So they're like, hey, I'm like, hey. But it's not like, I'm like, yo, I wasn't doing all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey. And then she sees my friends, and I don't know if in her mind she was like, he brought me here, and like he
planned it.
He scheduled me between friends for a break. Like maybe in her mind that's what she thought. Of course,
that's what it looks like.
So she's like, really, nigga, you just gonna walk away? And I turn around and 5:30 Saturday, no, 5:30 Friday, Harborfront, summertime.
No, busy.
Buses packed with people, everything. So I turn around and she's fucking. I've never seen her this furious. Throws it, like we went to like 7-Eleven, so it was like Slurpees. It wasn't even Starbucks. It wasn't even like a classy drink. It was a Slurpee.
79-cent Slurpee.
Well, no, I got her the big gulp. You know.
Yeah, isn't it? Oh, Jesus.
So she throws it, but because she has bad aim, it just kind of goes on the ground, and she's fuming. Fuck you and your fucking friends. You dusting it. And so I'm standing there, and I'm like. What do I... Like, in my mind, I'm having this internal dialogue. I was like, calm her down. Run away. And then my friend's like, what do you do? Yeah. So she's going off. She's, like, fuming. I have never heard this many, like, F-bombs, M-bombs, all this shit out of her mouth. So I look at I kind of survey the area, and I'm like, ma'am, are you okay? And she loses it. Like, if she could her head, like, you know that emoji where the head explodes? That's what happened. She's like this. Like, she was throwing jewelry, all this shit. And then my friend Rich is like, because he doesn't know what happened, right? Yeah. He's like, let's go. Like, just grab his hand. Let's go. Just walk. And she is cussing out a storm. So yeah, I run into one of her friends at Yorkdale, and at this point, I'm like, okay, we had the breakup. I called her again to apologize. She didn't answer the phone. I left her like a really nice voicemail and a text message.
Yeah.
And her friend's like, "What's up, Harbor Front?" I'm like, "Well, what did she tell you?" She was like, "She told me you were a gentleman up until you acted like you didn't know nobody." I'm like, "Did she tell you that she threw a drink and all this stuff?" And she was like, "Well, she was justified." I'm like, "No, she really was not.
God.
She took everything on the chin and then lost her shit." And she was like, "Whatever, Harbor Front." So now anytime I see her friends, they're like, Harbor Front. I'm Harbor Front.
Jesus Christ.
It's time to be inspired. So let's ask my guests. What's going on with them? In business, life, new adventures.
Okay, well, right now, as you know, tomorrow I'm launching my blog.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
Link will be in the bio.
It's called startedwithswag.com. It's meant to be a menswear, black-focused fashion blog, just discussing all that stuff. Oftentimes, if you go on YouTube, you see a lot of like the white guys or the Spanish guys promoting their thing. You don't really have any strong black influencers.
Yes.
I mean, eventually I would like to get to that space, but for me, realistically, I want to start small and then build from there.
Of course.
From there, I'd also like to build into styling. Like, I had a conversation with Amanda, I believe you guys have met her, where building it into like, you know, rebuilding your wardrobe kind of thing. How do you make it work for you kind of thing, all that
definitely
stuff.
her and her husband. No, that's no shade. That's no shade. Please don't say shade. No, we had this conversation, the three of us together. No shade.
Yes.
Her husband's just t-shirt and shorts if he can. Even in winter, he's t-shirt and shorts. So, yeah, Amanda was talking about dressing her husband in different styles, or how can she dress him for vacation or dinner, around the house. Just give him more options than t-shirt and shorts. And so like, it's not a shade. It's not shade.
And like for me, my thing isn't like most people say stylist and they're thinking like I want to work with celebrities. I want to just work with the every guy.
Yeah.
Every guy.
What's your budget?
Honestly, whatever they're comfortable working with. Because my thing is I always look at it as everybody has a potential to be great.
Of course.
Everybody has potential to be great. And I always say this, nobody is ugly, it's just you're not my preference, right?
Yes.
Some people might be like, oh, he's whack or this. If he cleaned up his look, if he did it a certain way, he might not be hot for you, but someone else is going to find that.
Can we just say a fun
everything.
fact here? All my friends told me Sheridan wasn't for me because of the way he dressed.
20 years later.
Still here.
So
they're like, he's not your type. He's not your type. He doesn't dress like the guys you date. I'm like, yeah, but I'm married.
Humble brag. So for me, that's kind of where I'm trying to venture out into it right now. With the launch of my blog, I interviewed a really good friend of mine named Kwame on Instagram. I think he goes by the handle Mr. PBK.
Okay.
It's trademarked, actually.
Oh, wow.
He's launching a brand called Sire. And it's like a streetwear apparel line that he's building. So I had a really good conversation with him and his wife. Yeah. Recently got married. His wife's name is Sia on Instagram, Selected by Sia. She started her own, almost like a Fashion Nova kind of site. It's curated pieces that she's interested in, that she thinks girls could work into their everyday wardrobe and stuff like that. And it's everything from like accessories to like actual, like I think at one point she had like a fur coat that she was promoting in winter and everything. And I just had a conversation with them about fashion and style and all that stuff. That's going to be in the first issue. And they are like, to me, they are the most stylish couple I have ever met in real life. So I was really happy to do that. And then I'm reviewing products on the site and stuff like that.
That's great.
I'm thinking, like right now, what I'm thinking of doing is every Sunday will be a new post.
Nice.
So it'll be fashion, it'll be lifestyle, it'll be like just basic things. Like I'm also talking with some dermatologists for skincare.
Okay, for men.
For men to be put on the site. Because like oftentimes guys will be like, everybody wants the big beard, and it's like, how do you maintain that stuff?
Yeah, Sheridan's a struggle right now, guy. He has like pieces that don't grow in. This doesn't connect.
I tried it. It's not for me. I like the stubble. I feel like that's my lane. I'm comfortable in it, but it's like how to preserve the skin and all that stuff. A lot of guys will just wash the face. If you're putting oils and stuff like that in the face, you would want to double cleanse the skin to really get in there. So I've been talking to a couple of dermatologists. I would have putting that stuff on the site and everything.
That's dope.
Tomorrow it launches. excited but nervous all at the same time. So
I'm so excited.
So that's what's going on there. And just kind of working, hustling, everything else. That's like the main thing.
And we're not going to make this pass for another 10 years?
No, absolutely not.
Cool. Yeah, the last time you saw me was 10 years ago. I'm just going to put that back out there again.
But no, so for me, work-wise, that's what's going on. I'm also working. I don't want to name the brand because it might switch. But I'm working with my day-to-day job. I work with a luxury retailer. I'm the back of house coordinator, and I just kind of deal with all the product and merchandise between 3 different brands going on right now. Mm-hmm. So that's what's going on with me there. And then we'll also have the Clubhouse chat coming up.
Yep.
Next Friday.
I'm gonna be his monitor.
It'll be for the launch of the site. So the way I'm thinking of focusing it is I'd love to have you, Amanda, and Kelsey, and just kind of talking about menswear and what you're like when you see a guy. What's the first thing that you like your eye goes to kind of thing.
I'm a haircut person.
You're a haircut person?
Yeah, that's why Sheridan got me his haircut. I was a haircut person.
So it's like for me,
and then everything else, like it went from like
the hair going down,
and then it's like nice teeth, beautiful smile, and then it was like okay, height, body weight, whatever. I don't care about that. And then it was just like I didn't really care how you dress because I told you my friends were like, oh, he's not your type. Yeah. He doesn't dress like he's not flashy. But if you go look in my closet right now, he's Mr. Harry Rosen. Like, no. I don't think you understand.
No, you told me about the suits.
He gets made to measure suits. His job isn't tell for him to wear these suits other than once a year for a conference.
You know what? But he's somebody that's going to be his splurge. That's going to be his splurge. And that's great.
I remember I was pregnant with Kieran, and this is the first time we went to Harry Rosen.
Yeah.
Because we had a wedding to go to. So he was looking to get a suit for... Is it a wedding? No, for us getting married. He went to get a suit for when we were getting married. So I went in there, and the guy put the stuff on him. The guy's like, I'm not just going to put anything on you. I'm going to put the best on you. Yo, the pocket skirt was like $6. I was like, Jesus Christ. He's a seller. I sell every day. He don't need it, but he bought it.
Yeah.
Because he made him feel like that's what he needed.
And you know what? That's what it is.
He still goes to that same guy today.
But that's the bond
he
built with that guy.
Went to India and then came back to work for Harry Rosen and Sheridan found him.
Yeah. But that's the bond he built with that guy. That guy helps him. That guy gets him dressed to make him feel like he's $1 million. And I feel that's, with my blog, that's the point. I want guys to be able to go in their closet and just be like, yo, I like that. I put it like just simple put together.
Do you know what's really funny? He will buy all that. The shoes, the Ferragamo belts, the shoes, the suits. Ask him the last time he bought himself marinas, socks, underwear, t-shirts, ball shorts. When's the last time he bought those?
And that's another thing on my blog. I want to focus because a lot of guys they'll buy like the amazing piece, and it's like you're not like you can wear that piece and you will be decked out to the nines. You'll look great. But then how does that translate to every day?
Yeah.
You put all that effort.
Is great because I do it.
But you put all that effort into like that one look.
Yeah.
Let's take that and put that energy into your day-to-days.
He's much better now. Like his whole thing now when like his sweater game.
Yeah.
For his body type, he likes like the big collar sweaters. Yeah. He bought these 2 Roots ones with the patch. And when he put it on, I was like, Jesus, look at you. See? Okay.
But it's like stuff like that. Like guys don't think of the day-to-day things. Like I have an event coming up. This is how I want to look. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. And my thing, one of my big things is always like, I was telling you last time, like dress like you're going somewhere better after.
Yes.
You could be going just down the street to like the grocery store.
Yep.
Like when you leave the house, you should always feel like you're going somewhere super important.
Yes.
Now that doesn't mean you have to put on a fucking Ferragamo suit and the whole bit.
Listen.
But if you're gonna do the sweatsuit, do a crisp sweatsuit.
I know I'm going somewhere, like I know I was coming here today. This is why you got this today. Half of quarantine, I was rocking 2 braids, no eyebrows. Okay. My children woke up this morning and asked me, "Where are you going? Are you okay, Mom? Are you going out? You look so nice." I was like, "Thank you, thank you." I'm surprised Carter hasn't called me yet.
And then another thing I want to do with the site, I'm focusing it specifically on Black designers, Black stylists, and all that stuff because the culture. I'm tired of people getting all this shine and credit off of our hard work, our creativity, and not getting the proper dues.
Very true.
Right? So like.
But we know 2 designers from Secrets.
We do.
Are you still in contact with them?
No, I need to get the contacts from you.
I got you.
But yeah, it's like I want to focus it on them. So like in the first week I have Kwame and his wife.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing their thing. There's a couple people I met from African Fashion Week that I want to put on.
Yes.
And then there's a couple
You've
people.
always been a part of that.
And then there's a couple people that I met who style.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did, one of the guys I want to reach out to, he did Kwame and his wife's wedding.
Oh, nice.
And when I show you, like if you go on their YouTube, they did like the traditional African one. When you see that, you're going to be like, who is their stylist? Because the guy knocked it out of the park. I want to talk to him. There's a girl I worked with at Forever 21. She's an amazing stylist. I'm like, you need to you need more credit than people want to give you. You're fucking amazing. So I want to just put on Black excellence.
That's dope.
So that's like the key focuses.
Listen,
with this blog.
Whatever you need from me, I'm here to support.
Absolute.
I'm here to post, retweet, whatever you need. I'm here.
This segment is called Book Me, where I actually get to ask my guests about what book had deeply impacted them and why.
Okay, I have two.
Okay. Why you always listen? If I ask for one, why you always giving more?
I'm multi-layered. I can't help it. The book that I'm reading now, Hung, A Meditation on the Measure of Black Men in America.
Ooh.
It's by, hold on, let me pull up the author's name. The guy's name is... It's by Scott Paulson Bryant. He is one of the co-founders of Vibe magazine.
Okay.
And the book is specifically talking about the hypersexualization of Black men in white media. And how they're perceived and how they're viewed and how that plays on the psyche and the expectations of all of that.
Wow.
So that one's a really strong book because there's certain things that I was reading and I'm like, I never really conceptualized it or thought about it. Mm-hmm. And it's making me reevaluate certain things and like think more critical on certain things.
Yes.
So I really think that's like a really strong book for people to take a look at.
Yeah.
And a fiction one, just because it's one of my favorite books that I've read in a long time, The Reluctant Fundamentalist.
Okay.
Quick rundown, it's about a brown guy from India being interviewed by a white, I can't remember if he's a newspaper guy or whatever, he's being interviewed by somebody. And the underlying tone is that they believe he's involved in a terrorist attack.
Okay.
So it's like he goes through this whole interview of his whole journey, his time in America, all this stuff. And at the end of the book, he gives, like, the guy will give you the good, bad, and the indifferent. And at the end of the book, you don't know if the interviewer is actually closing out the interview, like he's reaching in his jacket to get something. You don't know if he's like closing out, say thank you for your time, or if he's coming to shoot him.
Ooh.
Right? So like that's how the book leaves you.
Okay. So what does that book mean to you?
Perceptions of people. The way, like, you see somebody, you go, because when you go into that book, you start off thinking, oh, he's this, he's that, he has all these negative views about Western culture and all this stuff. And then he becomes so multi-layered. It's like he had these experiences where it's like it really opened him up to America and he really loved certain things.
Yes.
And then when 9/11 happened, it swayed him back to another thing. And then it was like, by the end of the book, he kind of just accepted everybody as it is. Like, no one's perfect. Like, you know, I've had these thoughts, you've had these thoughts, but like, you know, there's a common ground, there's a common good in everybody.
Of course.
And from the interviewer's perspective, it's like, you don't know if he's hearing all this stuff and all he's hearing is Muslim, liar, this, and this, or if he's really taking him at his word. So at the end of the book is literally the guy saying, it was great talking to you. I'm so happy that you had a chance to come and meet me and for us to have this conversation. And I'm assuming that what you're about to pull out of your bag is the tape recorder, right? Because he sees something shiny. So it's like, is it the tape recorder? Is it a gun? What is it?
Ooh.
And that's how the book leaves you. So it's
so
like
you never know
so
what's
you
actually...
never know.
Oh my gosh. So that's a must read now. That's a must read. Have me all my feelings like, more.
So yeah, those are my top two books, yeah. So this is our last segment. It's called The Quote. I ask my guests to tell me what quotes they use on a daily basis or the ones they live by. For me, short and simple, mine is, life is what you make it. Because it is. Let's hear what my guests have to say.
Don't say you have two, eh? I'll shot you a box.
You know I have multiple, but I'm gonna give you my favorite one.
Yes.
It's from a TLC song.
Okay.
Song that's from the Crazy Sexy Cool album. The last song on the record, Something Wicked, This Way Comes. There's a line in that song where Left Eye says, if I'm late, it's because I'm into my day. And you know me, I'm never a late person, but I've taken that and adopted it as I'm gonna enjoy it every day.
Okay.
Because there's days where, because of my sickle cell, there's days where I wake up and I feel like trash.
Yes.
Don't want to get out of the bed. So when I am able and I am mobile, I'm gonna enjoy that day.
Yes.
Because I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring me, but I'm gonna damn sure live in this moment and enjoy it.
Very true. It's been a long one, but a great conversation.
So that is a wrap, folks. You just listened to Krystle Breaks Easy. I am your host, Krystle. To find me on Instagram, you're going to look for Krystle Breaks Easy _, which is the podcast page. Also, my personal page on all platforms is Chris My Life. So until next time, stay safe.